Hey, it's your girl Philomena, and I promised you all last time that my next trip in ECOWAS I was going to document it. So I'm here at the Roberts International Airport in Liberia, and I'm heading to Lagos, Nigeria, which should be a 2.5, 3 hour tops flight. It is now going to be about 6 to 7 hours with stops in Conakry, Abidjan, and then finally Lagos. It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be worth it. This is my first official trip as the ambassador of the Liberia Affairs Unit. I'm going to meet with the embassy in Abuja, Nigeria, and talk all things diaspora related. But stick around. It's going to be a great episode, and we'll get to see one of our ECOWAS neighbors. Alright, so it's almost 9 p.m. Our flight was late getting in from Conakry to Abidjan. So there's a whole part that you guys didn't see, a mad dash to the airport. On the plane now, we had to disembark off of that flight to get on another Cote d'Ivoire flight. And now, hopefully, we're in Lagos about an hour and a half, 15-minute flight. But again, a direct flight from Monrovia to Lagos would have been 2 hours. So here we are. So today I'm traveling from Lagos to Abuja to meet our Liberian ambassador that's based there at the Liberian Embassy. It's going to be my first official visit as the brand ambassador, so it's going to be a fun day. I'm really excited. So some of you may remember my friend Rielle. She was a fan favorite. And for those of you who have been wondering what she's up to, she is now living in Lagos. I think, did we talk about your fashion dreams back then?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it was a very heavy topic.
All right, yes, it was. So we're gonna get light here and show you what she's been up to in Lagos. Okay, Rielle. So we're here in Lagos, and for those of you who've been wondering what Rielle is up to, she has been a busy woman. Tell the people what you've been up to.
So I moved to Lagos about a year ago. Actually, our anniversary just came up in June to start a women's wear clothing line, basically. I find that it's a little bit more difficult in West Africa to just find sort of like easy to wear clothes because we don't really have a high street. So we have a lot of amazing designers. They do a lot of high-end things, but I felt, we should do something just for the day-to-day average what you want to wear, basically. So we launched in December last year, so we've actually only been operational for about 6 months. So it's a brand new baby business. So please, guys, be kind. We've just started. But I'm absolutely obsessed with the color orange right now, as you can see. So this was from our first collection.
Yes, I have that.
So I love this orange dress, like, an iteration of the shirt dress.
Shirt dress.
Yeah.
Rielle, I think I might wear that tonight.
I think you should.
I think I should.
So what I liked about it was that I saw a lot of shirt dresses and they were like very open. Mm-hmm. So I added this little, clip here so that it looks a bit open, but it's still kind of like fully closed, basically. And continuing down my theme of like my obsession with orange, where I liked the ruching here, so I wanted to do something similar here.
And this is from your new collection.
This is the new one, so it hasn't come out yet, but it'll be dropping the end of this month, end of July. And then this is like, I'm just obsessed with like these 90s sort of like
it's giving
dresses.
me like Spice Girl,
exactly.
Spice World, Spice Up Your Life. So talk about like how would you explain your line, your line of clothing, Forest of Women? Like, what is your elevator speech?
Okay, so the elevator pitch for Forest of Women is that it's a women's wear brand that's just focused on simple clothing. So we're more focused on sort of like the materials that are used
mm-hmm.
and the cut of things, right? That it really accentuates your body. You don't have to really hide anything.
Yeah.
And it's just comfortable, easy to wear. Simple day-to-day, wear. So we have things that you can wear, more professionally mm-hmm. as you're going out, but also things for the nighttime mm-hmm. or if you're going to the beach, mm-hmm. and just paying a lot of attention to the fact that we do live in West Africa, and that the fabrics should really reflect that. It
Right.
needs to be like breathable, very easy to wear, nothing too stuffy, nothing too stiff. Yeah, so that's the brand.
Okay, so tell me something or some key takeaways that you've learned about launching a fashion line in West Africa, some of the difficulties for some of the people who may be interested in this.
Oh yeah, I think that I can say honestly my first 6 months have just been a series of, let's just call them learnings. One of the major ones was that, so when you're starting a fashion line and you're trying to manufacture at scale, right? There are obviously cost implications to this. So what I learned was that I was like, okay, well, if it's going to be expensive to make things, because it's very capital intensive when you first start, and you're not sure if everyone's going to like what you're producing, just limit the amount of sizes that you have, so you don't have to, have such large orders, right? So I ordered only 3 sizes to begin with. So I did sort of like a small, a medium, and a large. I mean, obviously these terms are completely arbitrary. Who knows who is a small or medium or large? I just based it off myself, just generally. Rookie mistake, wouldn't advise it. You definitely need as many sizes as possible. And also you can't necessarily take yourself as kind of like a model for the size of the general population. So I hadn't found information on what sort of the average size in the markets that we're in, which is, Liberia, Nigeria. So I thought, I was like, well, you're not very fat, you're not very thin, so you're like a medium.
The foo-foo fed, right?
You know what I'm saying, right? But that's not really the case. So that was a huge mistake. It just meant that I just didn't have enough sizing that was appropriate for my customers. So that was a major one. The other one was that exactly what you can produce and where you can produce it, and sort of the types of machinery that it takes to get things precisely made, so that you don't make a different dress every single time. So that the consistency in manufacturing and things like that. Figuring out logistics just between when we first started, just between the first 2 countries that we had, which is Liberia and Nigeria. How do you get the prices down so you're not paying super high DHL prices? All of these things. So I've definitely learned a lot in such a short time frame, and I have so much more to learn as well. I'm only just now learning about different types of materials because fashion is necessarily my background. Yeah.
It's amazing to see you transition and starting anew and showing people that you can, like myself even, that you can start all over. Yeah. And we're gonna be looking out this piece that's on you, this beautiful piece. I can't wait to get my hands on it.